Hi everyone, welcome to another section of G9ijaTV News. My name is Olatunde, and today we have it's a mixed bag basically. Um, there was actually fire that was reported earlier today by one of our correspondents in Lagos. This happens to be in Arena. I don't think anybody actually, well, I'm sure most people will know, some might not know it, but Arena happens to be one of those areas in Oshodi. It's a um, sort of an area that is set apart where if you're talking doing like has to do with tech mostly. You do have some other people that do electronic stuff there and all. So it actually happened that sometime today there was actually fire there, and it was just so unfortunate because if you know how most of this area, anybody that's been to Oshodi will always know that those areas, all those are like back to back and they are made of wood. Now, I don't know what happened. It was actually reported that the Lagos Fire Brigade in that area were actually called, but they didn't get there on time. Millions of naira in goods were actually destroyed in that area. Now, in this sort of economic climate, just imagine having something like that actually happening. It's so disheartening. I mean, my heart actually goes out to them. There is a short video that we actually have, in regards to this. So I'm just trying to see if I can get access to it. It's like I said, would not wish that on your worst enemy. It shouldn't. Things like this shouldn't have happened. Honestly, it shouldn't have. Yeah, I've happened to have it. Let me just. Wow. So you can actually see it's not something that is disheartening. I mean, just look at that. These people would have gone through so much to have their goods, in place, and for such a thing to actually happen. So unfortunately, when our correspondent was on ground, Mr. Tokwe Johnson was there, and so he actually helped to actually get this footage, and he just said he just had to stop because he doesn't to go around, showing the shots of how people were miserable, which is understandably so. It's just sad. So I think in situations like this, we should be having a situation where there should be a quick response unit. And so are actually in charge of Arena as well. I think we should be holding them up to account. What sort of measures do they put in for emergency such as this? If there is fire, how do they respond? So I'm sure we're still going to actually get some more, story in regards to this. Right. So moving swiftly on, we have the next yeah, getting rid of this one. So our next story has to do with this is a show of shame. You know, the Nigerian army are known, to be very, very professional. But there's always this thing about, some select few who just decide to act with impunity. Quite honestly, I've met a lot of Nigerian soldiers who are professionals, you know, quite likable. They do all the right things they need to do. You will respect them. But there are some that just come out. I don't know whether they think they're in war zone or something. I don't know. You always have this few who will give the larger professional Nigerian army a bad name. It is just so sad when you have this. Let me share this quickly with you. How else would you actually explain this? The story actually goes that there was this guy that was driving, and the soldiers had, well, there was flood. Was flooding in a particular area, I think in the southeast. And these soldiers happens to be passing by. We actually got this story from Linda Ikeji, and so we're giving them the credit. So we're getting, it's not our original. It's from Linda Ikeji. We actually got the story from. It's the story is all over the social media anyway, so you can always get. I think it's essentially the thing. So it so happened that these guys, you can actually see them. He was driving and he splashed water on them, and because of that, if you this man was humiliated in so many. Look, the thing is that even though I can understand that, yes, he shouldn't have done that, but look at them. This is not a good PR at all for the Nigerian army. Quite, it's very, very, very sad. Not a good thing at all. So let's see if we can get the. Don't think there's any audio, and you can see the gentleman. See, they ask him to be swimming in there, and there's a road safety call vehicle passing by. They just went JJly without even getting involved. I don't blame them because they might. These guys, I mean, look at them. These guys, they do not actually represent the Nigerian army at all. They are working there and they are putting this man through all of this. This is terrible. It's really, really terrible. And I hope the appropriate authorities within the Nigerian army are to take actions against these guys. They are carrying the gun and then actually asking this guy to start swimming through the floor because it's water on them. It's so shameful. It's look, splashing water in them is not acceptable. I get that, but there are other ways they could have done it in a professional manner. They could have done it without taking the laws into their own hand. They shouldn't have done this. They shouldn't have. It's really wrong. They shouldn't really have. There are I know of so many other professional Nigerian soldiers that would have, you know, I know them. They will not have dealt with the situation this way at all. And a lot of really complained. There's a lot of comments. There's a lot of comments. Some I think I will not read because people are making, this are portraying the Nigerian army in a bad light. So now I have somebody here on Instagram saying, my friend is a commercial driver. Imagine getting on the internet and seeing him in this situation. I hate it here. I'm not even going to lie. Then Bishop says they only showcase their strength where unharmed civilians are. Standing and walking in the same water, such irony. Then somebody said, imagine a child coming online to see his dad being openly humiliated this way. You get why. Anyway, I don't want all of this because it's very disheartening. The Nigerian army deserves better representative than these two. They do not reflect the Nigerian army properly at all, and I think they should be actually held to account. They shouldn't take the law in their hand. They shouldn't at all. Right. So the last but not the least. Now this is a good one. So our favorite Afro legend, Davido. I like his music actually. Um, if you have to choose between Davido and Wizkid, I'm not even sure which one I will, but I think they are quite good. They have unique style. So basically, Davido has now they were in Miami and they actually got married. So they have a twin, and we have some pictures that we just want to share. So this is something that I really believe that this is something that we just want to share with people. to have a difference, so that we're not just seeing soldiers beating people up or drilling bloody civilians, you know. So Davido finally done the white wedding in Miami. And if you recollect, about a few days ago, Mr. Easy and I can't remember her name, the oil mogul, Otedola's daughter, actually got married. I mean, it was just really, really, it was just something else. Seriously, it was really, really something else. So let me just share this very quickly with our viewers here. I mean, this was really beautiful. I really like this. Wow. So as we can see, I think I need to share this. Yep. So this is one of the pictures that we actually saw them. There were so many celebrities over there. I understand that somebody said Elon Musk was there, but I've not seen any video to that fact. I won't be surprised, so anything is possible. So, and these are some of the pictures. Right. I mean, this is my favorite picture of all the ones that actually got down here. This is just beautiful. You know, I'm praying that, the way this, what we are seeing is, will be reflected in their marriage. It will last long. We wish them well. Yeah, life is good. So when you're blessed, man, I love this outfit. Both of them are smoking hot. This is just so beautiful. you know. So we're wishing them well. So this is the hot look, like, yeah, the G1. Unfortunately, I don't really have the video with me. I actually had some videos, of the I think they were short clips where they were asking them questions, after the not after the ceremony, I think during the reception time, you know. The question that was actually asked, they said, who normally will say sorry if there's, some sort of disagreement and all that. And the MC asked a question, and both of them didn't say anything. He said, "Okay, after two, who will be the first person?" So this, so at the end of the day, it happens to be, that video. Yeah, and I think that's been the bigger person. You know, so we actually wish them, all the very best. They've been through some trials, the loss of a child, and God has compensated them with wins. I mean, check this out. This is beautiful. So yeah, that's it. I mean, look at this. This is good. This is beautiful. Very beautiful. Chema looking radiant, looking beautiful. Davido looking sharp, you know, enjoying life. So my prayer is that long may it last. That's my prayer for them. Long may it last, you know. So what else? Wow, there's just so much. There's so much pictures down there. Linda Ikeji really, they really scattered the ground for them, you know. Wow, this is very beautiful. The beautiful couple. Yeah, this is good. So I'm wishing all our viewers the same thing. If you're not married yet, we're wishing this to you as well. In your own way, maybe not with that as much money, but we're wishing you the same thing. So that's it, folks. I just want to say thank you. And tomorrow, same time, we're going to be here. And we're going to have some more juicy stuff for you as well. So from me, Olatunde, see you again tomorrow. God bless. And